This is an Arduino Leonardo. If you zap it with a shrink ray, you get this. It's the Arduino Micro. The Arduino Micro has a huge underground following of people who build custom keyboards, micropads, and simulation panels. This board has been around so long that its release announcement talks about picking one up at Radio Shack. One of my favorite things about this board is that the code that gets uploaded with every sketch literally contains magic. On the Arduino Uno, there's a second chip sitting on the board whose only job is to talk to your computer. But on the Micro, the USB communication is built right into the main processor. It means that your Arduino actually shows up as a USB device. If your code says, "I'm a keyboard," the computer will believe you. The chip that's doing all this is called the ATmega 32U4. The Micro is not the only board that uses this chip. In fact, the Leonardo, which came out first in 2012, uses that same chip. You'll notice this is the same standard size as an Arduino Uno. Later that same year, Arduino worked with Adafruit to develop the Micro. And aside from being a small version of the Leonardo, it actually made some improvements. SPI got broken out into their own pins on the Micro, which is pretty handy. And they actually exposed another pin on the Micro that does not get exposed on the Leonardo. You'll also see a board called the Pro Micro. That's SparkFun's take on a development board for this 32U4. It's stripped down even smaller, and there are also a ton of generics of it. So if you hear something about a Pro Micro, that's probably what they're talking about. The Arduino Micro shows up in tons of projects where you want your device to show up on your computer, like a mouse might or a keyboard. People make things like foot switches, MIDI controllers, more MIDI controllers, and lots of custom video game type apparatus. So the first thing you'll want to do when you get this board is connect it to your computer with a micro USB cable, and then open up your Arduino IDE. I'm using Arduino IDE 2 here, and you'll probably get a little pop-up that says, "Hey, do you want to install this board core right here?" And if you say yes, that's great, but maybe you just accidentally clicked it off, no sweat. All you need to do is come up to the boards manager and then search for Arduino AVR boards. It happens to be the first one right here. But if you did just search for Micro, it would probably pop up too. So then all you do is click install. And what this does is install the board core. And what the board core does is handle all the mapping between the actual pins on the microcontroller and the code that you write. I mean, that's one of the awesome things about Arduino. It doesn't matter what board you're using, you can use the same code, and these cores translate it to the different hardware that's underneath. The cores do more than just map those pins. It also defines what the tool chain is to get code actually loaded onto the microcontroller and a bunch of other stuff. Once your core is loaded, then you just go up to this drop down right here, go to select other board and port, and then type in micro and select Arduino Micro. Then you have to select your port. Sometimes it's easy to know which one it is. Sometimes if you got a bunch of Arduino boards connected, you're not sure which one, but take your best guess and hit OK. And then down on the right here, you can see it says Arduino Micro on this port right here. Now you're all set to start writing code for this thing. If you are trying to figure out which Arduino board to get for your project, make sure to check out this Arduino buying guide. Not only does it compare tons of different Arduino boards with each other, but it also provides you with the questions you need to be asking when you're choosing your board. If you're just getting into this Arduino thing, you might not know the questions you absolutely must ask before picking up a board. This is going to walk you through all those really important decisions. You can download this guide for free at this QR code or at the link in the description. You're going to find it super helpful. It's going to save you time and money so you can get the right board the first time for your project. Now, the first program you're going to want to write is exploring how to use the Micro as a USB device. And an easy way to do that is with the keyboard library. So just go ahead and wire something up simple like this. So I've got a button connected to pin 7, and the other side is connected to ground. Now check out this sketch. I have included the keyboard library, and this doesn't come automatically. You have to go to the library manager and just search for keyboard, and you just click install. I already had it installed, but anyway, you would install that, and then you can include keyboard. I've defined pin 7 here. I set the pin mode as an input pull up on the pin. So pin 7 is going to be pulled high. So if I do a digital read on pin 7, it's going to say, yep, I'm high. And then I use this keyboard begin function. And what this keyboard begin function is doing is saying, hey computer, look at me. I'm a keyboard. Treat me like a keyboard. So that's set up. It happens once. Then down in the loop, what we do is we have this little if statement. And it says, hey, if the button got pressed, I want you to write something like I was a keyboard. In this case, I'm just printing yo mama. And then I delay 500 milliseconds because a button press happens pretty darn quick. And if I didn't have a delay in here, I'd probably get this printed a bunch. What I'm going to do is upload this code. Now I can put my mouse anywhere in here. I could do it in any program. And all I'm going to do is press this button. And you can see it prints out yo mama to my computer. You can imagine how this could be fun. And like I said, you can do this anywhere. It doesn't need to be inside the Arduino IDE. Now, with great power comes great responsibility, because guess what? Microcontrollers can talk really fast. And if you just start printing stuff, but you don't have some type of gate condition. So in this case, I'm saying, hey, only print something when I press the button. If I got rid of this if, and I just started printing yo mama, what would happen, and I can tell you from experience, is that you would start spamming your computer faster than it could print out yo mama. You would fill up an entire Arduino IDE sketch with just yo mamas. I mean, we can try to demo that. We'll see if the recording software works. Okay, so what's going to happen in loop? Over and over and over again, we're going to be printing yo mama. This is going to be bad. Okay, so you can see yo mama's printing here. My whole computer is kind of stalling out. I don't even know if this is getting recorded. So how do you fix this? Well, step one, you unplug your Arduino Micro. Hopefully your computer should catch up after that. It might take a while for all these yo mamas to finally print out. It's got a huge queue. All right, looks like I have control back over. So now the next thing to do is fix up however, whatever you did. So you'd want to put your guard back on or whatever. Okay, so now here's the issue though. Let's say you want to go ahead and just connect the board again. Well, the second you connect this board, it's going to start printing yo mama wherever your cursor is. And I mean, who knows? Maybe that could be embarrassing or something. I don't know what you had printing. So this is how you get out of it. So you see we got the fixed code. What you do is you hold the reset button down and then you connect it. So now we've connected it. And then what you do is you click upload. And as soon as this says uploading, you release. So now I just released. And now we're able to load our new sketch. If you didn't do that, the micro would have been spamming that whole time and you wouldn't have been able to upload your sketch. That's your way out of it. Specification wise, the Arduino Micro is really similar to the Arduino Uno R3. They're both 5-volt boards. They both have a clock speed of 16 megahertz, very similar storage. One thing that's interesting about the memory is notice that it says 4 kilobytes is used by the bootloader on the Micro, but only 0.5 kilobytes is used by the bootloader on the Arduino Uno R3. What's going on there? Well, as I previously mentioned, this ATmega32U4 handles all the USB communication between the micro and the computer. And part of this 4 kilobytes is the USB software stack that's required to do that communication. On the Arduino Uno R3, there's that other chip we were talking about right here. This little chip is the little sister of the ATmega32U4. This is the 16U4, and it handles all the USB communication between your computer and the Arduino Uno R3. Then, using the RX and TX pins on this chip, it communicates and flashes your code onto this board. So your code goes through here, and then it gets flashed onto this board, as opposed to this one, where we just flash it directly to this board. There's no intermediary. But we need the code to handle that, and that's where that's coming in right here. Now, if you're old hat Arduino Uno R3, you might know that using the TX and RX pins is always a bit fraught, because that's how this chip communicates via serial. And so generally, you kind of don't use these pins, the RX and TX pins. Well, on the Micro, those RX and TX pins don't have that double use, so you can use these all day long without any issue. Now, all this really boils down to one question, which is, what board should you get for your Arduino project? If you're just getting into Arduino, it's not always jumping out at you. And sometimes you just want to buy the newest thing. I totally get it. But sometimes the newest thing is the furthest thing from what you want for your project. That's why I put together this Arduino buying guide. You can download it at this QR code or grab it in the description. It's going to explain to you the different decisions you need to make when you're trying to figure out, hey, what board should I get? What's going to be best for this? Instead of getting a board and then realizing like, oh man, maybe this wasn't exactly what I wanted. Again, you can grab it at this QR code or the link in the description. Once you've downloaded that, this is the next video you're going to want to watch. This one right here, it's going to walk the dog on how to use the entire Arduino ecosystem, all the way from writing code, which software you should use to program your Arduino, all the things. This video right here has been watched by millions of people, super helpful. You'll definitely want to check it out next.